Alright, welcome to another RD2L content show hosted by JD with my co-host Sev. Alright, let me stop echoing in my own ear because I have my own stream open. Okay. And from EST Tuesday, we have Fox and formerly Tree. From EST Sunday, we have Admin Brightside. Also from EST Tuesday, we have 4 players still in the tournament. We have Sauce and Jimmy from Jimmy's team. We have Dark from Dark's team. And we have Skater from Skater's team.
Wow. Got a lot of captains.
Okay, just looking at the series from last week, we have Tiramisu versus Mal. Mal taking that in a 2-1. I think the series was fairly close. We have Captain Pepega beating Econ 2-0. We have Target beating Acid Rain 2-0. Matt beating Foo Squash 2-0. Jimmy beating DOS 2-1 in a fairly close series. Have Dark being neutralized by Droziki 2-0. We have Skater beating Erock 2-0 and Offlane to Immortal beating Ice Yeti 2-0.
It must be sobering to have the balls to say that you're a 3K player who will neutralize all enemy mid laners and then have 0 CS at 6 minutes. I feel like I would probably
the minute mark goes up every time. I think it was 3.5 minutes or something.
It was definitely like 4 or 5. Because you had what, 26 CS?
It was like 16. I was like 26 and 12, and he had
you
0.
had 26 CS, so it had to be a decent chunk of time.
Anyways, let's start off with this Mal versus Tiramisu series. Battle of Immortal Safe Laners.
Fucking let me down, man.
Alcatraz dubbed that he did nothing wrong in the Naga game that they lost, by the way. Played a perfect Naga game.
I'm pretty sure I remember watching him Naga ult after his Disruptor ulted, and then he kept the Naga ult going through like the entirety of the Disruptor ult.
He kept sogging when Sonagod BKB chronoed.
He did nothing wrong, it's fine.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. I think this Mao team is sick, especially with Cam being a replacement for Blackout. They're like the same player, but Cam's just less. He's less likely to tilt out of a game.
Just less gamer words.
Less gamer words.
You know, like I said, man, you can only have one N-word sayer on the team at all times. You can't have more than one.
Like, what if you have 5? You have to have one.
You gotta have
better than 0?
You gotta have at least one.
Hey, we got the finals last season with Jordan as hard.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh my god.
Hey, if Mr. Clean's feeding down mid in Jimmy's or in Sauce's series.
To be fair, because I was confused why Mr. Clean was doing that. Then I realized 3 of his teammates had destroyed their items already, and I was like, okay, this makes sense why Mr. Clean's running it down now.
I don't know, I think Sick Boys, it was actually theirs, but unironically.
So it looks like Game 2, Sunny God went the most questionable jug build I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, he didn't build Manta versus DP.
You went Shred, Battle Fury, Maelstrom, Monkey King Bar.
They were actually winning, but like you can see the net worth graph dip. They were getting close to just being way too farmed with like the physical damage from Slardar Drow. And then they bought out, and then they all died and lost their base in about 20 seconds. It's a very anticlimactic game.
Sunny God just picks up the Naga and just shows Alcatraz Swim Team how it's done. Holy shit.
It turns out when you don't first phase it, it doesn't get countered.
God damn.
Can't believe a Naga, Razor, Lone Druid, Tricore won.
It wasn't even close.
They had no stunts.
Why the fuck? Why did they 22 Bloodseeker? What does that do?
Well, I don't know. He also went Battle Fury.
Well, he has to kill Naga somehow, but that's not the way to do it.
Battle Fury.
Battle Fury, Maelstrom.
He loves his farming items.
He then proceeded to show us that he wins all of his pubs with it. So it must be good.
On his ancient account, or
No, that would be even funnier.
Dude, how the fuck do this team win? They have not even a single. They have not even a single stunt.
What do you mean? They have
root.
Root and Basher, yeah.
What the fuck?
They have
and
mini
then
stun
another.
from Shuriken toss.
You forgot the
Also-
Dragon Skater.
It is.
What? He was already dragged in.
I mean, they didn't get BKB
How-
on the.
Oh, he left. He's power flickered.
Oh no, Dark. You want to know what happened?
What?
Look at the Night Stalker's epic item progression.
Oh, nice.
So he's back for the bracer.
That's
Went
not even a hard
phase.
lane for Night Stalker,
Yeah, he went phase bracer, got a 26-minute ags.
especially with a Rubik. That should be such an easy lane. Naga can't pressure Night Stalker. I guess maybe with Dazzle. I don't know. But
I think
Seems-
Dazzle with any illusion hero is just so AIDS.
it's true, but they have Rubik. You can just
Yeah,
press W on the illusion.
I think this Mount team is just better than the solo core of Tiramisu.
Oh, they got simple. That guy's something. Right?
I mean, he did not have a good game despite his score.
I think Kim at Ancient 5 is very... I think that's pretty low considering how much impact he had this series.
Depends
Cam?
on heroes.
Yeah, because he was replacing like a Divine
Cam
3,
was the
right?
reason they won this game.
I
He
know. No, I'm saying
dumpstered
his
it.
impact was really high compared to like his badge.
Oh yeah.
He's only an Ancient 5 right now.
It's because Cam plays really polarizing, like snowball heroes.
I agree.
Isn't Simple also Divine 2?
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Divine
at
2.
most Cam is like a Divine 2 player.
Yeah. I mean, he was replacing Blackout, who was about that, right?
Before the boost, yeah.
I mean, I
He's
heard
Divine 4
Blackout.
now.
When Divine 1 to Divine 4 in like 2 hours or
What
so.
do you mean? He's Divine. He got really good, really fast.
Yeah, that weekend he was just feeling Dota.
I
I could buy it.
I think the
So could he.
The Mao team is a lot stronger than everybody thinks. We'll see tonight when they play the Pepega team because I think Pepega and Mao team have like the exact same play style, like carbon copy.
Okay, let's talk about that series that they played last week, the Pepega series versus the Econ team. Just fairly quick 2-0, pretty much an hour's time.
Well, Prohibit picked Mid Doom.
Oh, that's right.
This Phoenix popped the fuck off.
What the heck? This Phoenix went 10-1.
God damn.
Isn't he like a Phoenix spammer?
Doesn't even look like anybody did anything. Fucking Phoenix just owned.
Did
Oh,
they
he's got a
just
Sanj
lose?
and Yasha. What the
Did
fuck
they
is
just-
going on?
Oh, they just won one team fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was that
like,
game where...
super anticlimactic. Like, the game was like nothing was happening. Nothing was happening. There was a fight at Roche, and all of a sudden racks are down.
Yeah, I think like someone was watching in game, and I think I was just watching like the stream, and it was like, oh, by the way, they just called GG. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, the Dire team hadn't even taken like they stole Roche and just went down middle, and then Radiant just like fed 5 kills and they just ended the game.
Yeah, it's the classic one person defend racks, then dies. One person defends a tier 4, dies.
I also heard that I'm not gonna say like I'm not giving away anything, but I know there's internal stuff going on with the team.
Hmm.
That was like I would play a hand in preemptive GGs.
I
You can't
forgot
just
to
say
have
that
my
and then not
bookmarks.
talk
Whoops.
about it.
God's
Not-
gotta
I
be-
mean, I don't want to
Like,
say more than that.
well.
Like I just know that there's probably stuff going on that.
You can't
Yeah.
just dangle juicy drama in front of us
Nah.
like that and then
Fucking
not say
Econ,
anything.
dude.
Unbelievable.
Econ. I don't know, man. He's on a whole nother wavelength. I gotta say. The fucking posts that he makes, that guy's psycho for sure.
He's
Anyways,
Okay, what
game
happened in
2,
game
not
2?
any closer. Probably
Game 2 is
a lot
worse.
worse.
It's probably just tilted players just playing Dota, losing.
Game 2
Good.
is literally worse on both sides.
They got TB against Wraith King. Shit's so easy. Actually, can't play Wraith King against Terrorblade.
Isn't it like Terrorblade and Slark, like the two big Wraith King counters? Like,
I think Terrorblade's worse because you just can't fight him at any point in the game. And he just presses. He just presses Q on you, and he gets lifesteal aura for his team. Like Wraith King usually buys AC Radiance. Just
PL
having all
is
the aura.
definitely better against Wraith King than Slark, is my opinion.
I think PL's better.
regardless, it's a very good matchup.
If you just go Diffusal first, the Wraith King can literally like you can just solo kill Wraith King at any point. He just cannot like aggressively push any lane against you.
He just needs to get.
He can't. He cannot split push. He can't even. Yeah, he can't even threaten the split push though. He just dies instantly. There's
doesn't
nothing he can do.
matter.
I think Terrorblade's worse though because there's literally.
Oh no, I
fight
think
in it.
Terrorblade might be better, but I'm saying PL is better against Wraith King than Slark in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But yeah, Terrorblade's just a very powerful hero.
Point being, Terrorblade's very good in this game, and they won
Oh.
the game in 29 minutes.
Also, Refraction into Radiance, that feels really good.
The Bobby Invoker. Wait, what MMR is Bobby? I mentioned.
It's Ancient 5 now, I think. Yeah.
Oh, shit, there's still ancient mid laners left. What's going on?
Dude, Cam's ancient.
And there's
Yeah.
more ancient and low divine than anything.
We're actually seeing the results of the like the carry patch right now, because Sonic God, Mini Colt, a lot of high MMR carries are like the best players are carry players on a lot of the teams that are left, except with the exception of a few teams. But
I'm just chilling, man. I think I'm
What?
the only. I think I'm the only team.
yeah, I
Like-
think every other team has high
Three.
MMR carry.
The other team I
Four.
think is Divine Ohio carry.
4
I
have
got,
carries.
I got a legend, baby. He's fucking bomb.
What Space Dude is a divine.
That hard.
So, was it 5 of the 8 teams have their best players their carry?
Wait,
That
who's
sounds
the
about right.
third other one? There's Dark Skater.
Mike.
Who's the third team?
True.
I would say
doesn't-
the Matt team.
Oh, wait. The 3
I'd say
that don't?
the Matt's team
Dark-
best players do
Dark
ETS.
Skater and then Offlane to Immortal. Like, they're all 3 pretty balanced.
Matt's
Oh.
team's best player is BMTS.
Every time I watch, he owns them so hard, bro. Maybe he shouldn't be, but every time I've seen them play RD2L, BMTS is just like carrying the game, man. Just fucking destroyed Foo Squash. Every time I watch Matt, he seems like he's doing pretty well, but like I'm not like.
Fusquash
Like,
also
I'm
had a
not
pretty
scared of
weird.
him.
Fusquash had some weird drafts too.
Yeah. Well,
I
Fusquash
think
is
he
pretty-
regretted picking his.
I have
Heard it here
trouble.
first.
I have trouble believing that because I've watched BMTS lose to multiple Archon mid laners.
Every time I've watched them in playoffs, I don't know, man. Every time I watch them in playoffs, he seems like he's carrying the game, and his team's not really doing anything.
What do we
I
think of this?
haven't watched all their games, so.
Okay,
What
let's
do we
move
think
on.
of this Cam versus Bobby PMA mid? Like Ancient 5 versus Ancient 5 mid?
We can get to that once we get to the predictions, but
Oh,
we got to keep moving on for Acid Rain versus Target, or lack of series. But
Acid Rain, you know, they hit their. This is as far as they could go with their
I didn't think
lineup.
so.
Wait, so what exactly happened? Did they just like disband?
No, they
Wait,
just.
no,
well, lack of a series as in it wasn't close.
Oh, did they
Nah.
just get destroyed? I didn't see the series.
Sasquatch won his lane both games and just like steamrolled. It was like
Like Sasquatch went Ags Diffusal Gyro against Tadusa, and just ran her over.
There's a 16 kill Lich in this game. What the
Target
hell?
just plays the neutral mid heroes every game too.
How is a Crusader 4 player 16 kills?
because he's really good for Crusader 4. Like,
They owned.
well, he's probably just cleaning up kills with his ult, but I said at the draft, and everyone was like, he was the last pick in the draft, so I was like, no. This guy was legit almost ancient. He just needs to be told what to do, because he'll feed if you don't.
Did you just
Yeah,
say
I'm
he was
Sas-
almost ancient? Now he's Crusader.
Yeah, he's
That's
really
real
good
bad.
at just running at them. But sometimes he does that too much in pubs.
Which player?
Nonsense.
What is this smack copy pasta?
I don't even know what
I-
MMR Crusader is.
It's the third lowest.
I don't know what MMR that is.
It's like 1.5k to 2k.
Okay.
I think the Acid Rain team overachieved to get to this point, and then they ran into a brick wall.
Pretty much.
It's like not that much to talk about. Sasquatch was just by far the best player in this series and went mode Hambino.
All right.
What, 15-2 and 16-0, like, or 12-0, sorry.
All right, let's move on to the Jimmy, or not Jimmy. Or yeah, we kind of went over Matt versus Food Squash last week.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Jimmy versus Doss.
Blood Wizard.
Very
Yeah.
interesting series. Because
Both
it's
game 1 and 2 were so close, and then game 3 was just stop.
It's weird to see an RD2L match where two teams are as familiar as us. Because we literally had scrimmed like double-digit times.
You
Let-
guys were
let-
very close to losing game 2 as well. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Bro,
was looking dicey.
I had like
for
a I had like a
while.
1v5 ultra kill.
Yeah.
I was pumping.
Yeah, the storm ran into you and tried to manfoot.
Bro, like there was
so
there were so many times Storm could have killed me, but I realized he had so much fear in his heart that he would never do it. He had-
24-2.
He had an insane level of fear in his heart. That's why they lost.
It's a very bloated score line. He had how many support kills? He just uses BKB and kill a support around the map.
Yeah.
He had 8 Jakiro kills and 9 Nyx kills.
Yeah, and I was playing on 100 ping, so there's no chance I was pressing E that series. That was really rough.
Like the real number of actual kills he was in was like 4. I don't even know if you count Clockwork.
He also there was the fight at Roshan late game where he just did press BKB.
Yeah, and he got
Yeah.
ice path and died.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Game 3 Morphling, call it refs.
Yeah, 22 Morphling for Jimmy. Very, very smart drafts on the other side.
I just feel like this Bloodseeker hero is really good in theory, not RD2L, but then people pick it and then they're just stuck between this Maelstrom and BKB for 15 minutes.
Hero's terrible unless you know how to.
I think that I was about to say that.
I think he's terrible.
He's hard to play lane correctly with because if you press Q, then they press all the spells on you, and then you're at 0 HP all of a sudden.
Don't skill it.
Especially
don't
versus
skill it, yeah.
Underlord.
That's the
You can't-
common mistake.
You just like take so much damage with Q on walking into the Underlord Wayne.
Yeah, you just go 0-1-2, and you just press W, and your other hero stuns people. Like they had the Oracle Bloodseeker combo.
Yeah, they
combo.
That's a legendary combo, and they couldn't pull it off.
They kept
I
killing
mean,
me.
they owned the lane. I
They
don't
won
know
the
what you're
lane.
talking about. Well, they killed the Rubik like
they killed
3,
me
4
like
times, yeah.
several times. Yeah.
Still only had 46 CS at 10 minutes, though.
She didn't have a great game. I'm just saying he had a decent lane.
Okay,
Actually, I don't
Matt,
even know how well he CS for Underlord. But...
Matt requests that we go back and cover his series again.
God damn it, Matt.
Why?
Somebody got power shotted like 20 fucking times. Like, oh.
What do you mean? BMTS
also,
solo
Fusquash
killed
is-
the mid laner 3 times.
Also, Food Squash's team lost the game because Wraith King Ultimate was off cooldown for like 0.1 seconds when he died, and then the game ended. And I think they would have won if he had it up. They lost the game by like 0.1 seconds. It was actually really sad.
I think
Yeah.
they would have probably still lost that game. I'm pretty.
I don't know, man. I think they had it in the bag actually. The Wraith King hero was like what, they hit level 18, and then he was gonna have it every single fight, and then every team was just like gonna run out of ways to kill their heroes.
I mean, I don't know. That doesn't change what happened in game 2.
I just think generally Fusquash was not on his game that night, so there's
I
no
would
chance
agree.
his team can win.
Like, Fusquash is losing mid to BMTS, or even drawing lanes, and not like even game 1 he drew his lane, and then the enemy team just warded the entire river.
Yeah, and didn't let him play.
Ran away so Fusquash couldn't snowball.
I'm never a fan of this Bristle pick unless, like, even if you have a play and it just feels awful. I mean, at least it's not 22 pick Bristle against Zeus, I guess.
Am I ever gonna find a game?
That was pretty epic. I agree.
I remember.
Are you happy now,
BMTS
Matt?
saying- I remember BMTS saying he plays like the mid he's against, so maybe that's why
Yeah.
he was powerful that game.
He plays like
Yeah.
a metal below whoever he's playing against, even if they're an Archon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said. I think.
Okay,
That
let's
makes sense.
go to the Dark versus Jodziki series. Speaking
Do
of,
we have to?
we have to at least.
Hold on, I didn't get to watch it. I
Glance.
want to see.
It's like Dark was playing a wizard in the first game.
Dark played a wizard, and they didn't draft the anti-wizard.
You'll learn
I
that
don't know.
on
They
Friday.
just their bans were so bad. It was actually insane. They just banned Shadow Fiend both games. I thought they were gonna like change their bans, and then they did. They just didn't change their bans. They just stuck with them
What the fuck?
Why'd they ban Veno?
because Steve's
You're-
a master tier Veno.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Yeah, I looked at his Dota buff recently.
But we haven't picked it for him once. Like I don't
Both
understand.
games have the exact same first phase bans. That's crazy.
Well,
I mean,
mine worked. Very
Dark-
good.
Yeah,
Dark's
that's
makes
usually
sense.
how it
The
goes.
other teams do not.
Usually the other team changes it up and is like,
you
"Oh, that
gamble
didn't
that-
work for us."
Did you gamble that they wouldn't first phase the troll?
If they first face Troll, I'm just gonna pick like Razor off lane. He's just not.
Yeah,
even gonna be
that's what I
able to play.
figured.
All right, which series are we on?
Dark.
We're on the Dark series. There's not much to
Subs
talk
bad
about. Dark,
rooster.
Dark shit stomped both games.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
Not much.
Space Dude didn't even have to play the game either game.
Yeah.
He
Would
literally.
have actually won the game
What was,
without
this,
him.
what was his score game too? 4-1.
4-1-3.
The classic
He was
5.7k
4-1
hero
both
damage.
games.
Yeah, he was the same school both games almost.
He literally didn't do. He didn't have to do anything. I
He
literally.
did 10k total damage in the series.
I just ran around and killed everyone the entire both games.
I like how the Zeus did almost the same amount of damage as the whole Dio team.
I
It
mean,
was
yeah.
not a pretty sight to behold.
Fucking dude, I had Double King's number that series, man. I fucking just.
You were like you had like radar on him.
You know when there was like some kill top where I'm just like, bright side's words flashed in my mind. He's like, he always hides in the trees, and I'm like, oh shit. He like ran away top, and I didn't see him, and I'm like, I'm like, this guy's just sitting in the trees, isn't he? And I just ulted was a Zeus, and I just saw him in there, and he was just fucking stuck in the trees, and he just got bolted twice.
How many times did I say that in our mini game? All I said. This guy's just hiding in the fucking trees.
It's just- plays the same every game. It's very easily punishable. You know what you're doing. I was just yelling at my team the whole entire time. I'm like, "This Terrorblade's in the jungle, guys. I'm gonna go running. Can I have people run in with me?" And they're like, "All right." Fucking Space Dude just AFK farming. I'm just corralling my team like a herd of sheep.
Into the jungle. Everybody into the jungle.
My ward vision was so good that game. My sports are actually god gamers. Clap on God. He's got the vision
True.
unlocked.
He owned on the Jakiro.
Yeah, dude.
The one time you died, you got the triple kill.
And his vision was like so good for finding Terrorblade and stuff. Just had it on both sides.
It's almost like you guys knew exactly where he was gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Up next, E-Rock versus Skater.
Wait, we're not gonna talk about game 2, dude. Game 2
Oh,
is
we
the
already-
next game.
I thought we talked about it.
That
What
was
do
the
you
same thing.
It was the same thing.
Yeah, but somebody had 0 CS until 4 minutes.
Wait, can we check? You can check when his first CS was in Dota buff, right?
It was like
Yeah,
4.
I
It was
don't
like
think
3.5
you can.
minutes.
You might be
Yeah,
able to
it
just-
is something like
can-
that.
you
I
can
see
go to-
CS counts at like
Yeah.
5 minutes. Oh no,
Oh, I
it starts
see.
at 10. It doesn't start at
No,
11.
you can go. You can go down to where it
Holy
says
shit,
it.
my fucking.
It's
Last
under
hits at
it's under
4
farm
minutes,
and then last hits
0.
per minute.
Oh
last
my
hits
god.
at 4 minutes, 0. Last hits at 8 minutes, 1.
I told you, Dark. Dude, Dark, I told you.
No. That's the pug now. That's the pug now. My
There's
Five
feature-
at
actually,
3
there's
and
actually no
11.
way I would be able to show my face in RD2L if that happened. Right? I don't know.
Phoenix had more CS than him at 6 minutes. My Legend 1 Phoenix player had more CS in side lane.
He's Legend 5.
Was he actually playing from New Zealand? Was that something?
I
that
have
was
no idea. That's what he said, but I don't know if it's true or not.
It said his CS accuracy? What is it?
Is he at
60%.
My
5 minutes? It was 17%.
Holy shit.
How are you seeing
That's
this?
not what you want to see.
Yikes.
Phoenix had 66% apparently. Somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. We just had like way better team fight too. They could just never fight us. I don't know what their plan was.
I don't know.
to be
2
honest.
games in a row, they just let you pick Mars, Phoenix, and then they lost every team fight because of it. It's pretty epic.
I think Pudding had a decent series despite everything that went on. Like he was like top of the net worth for their team pretty much the entirety of both games.
He's just playing with Space Student farming together while Dark is just murdering Double King. And Drozicki's catching up in last hits, is what we'll call it.
How do you even miss last hits as a Death Prophet? He did Cryptstorm level 1. He maxed
He
it.
had like 2-2-1 or something. I don't know what the fuck his build
He
was.
maxed Cryptstorm. He leveled it every time he could.
That's
I
rough.
think it's best that we just don't overthink it and move on.
The thing with my team is that like my side lanes will go bad or even, but then I usually mid just goes so terribly for the enemy team that I can just run around and win all the other lanes. It's usually how my RD2L teams go.
You haven't
Sounds
been
about right.
neutralized
And
yet?
if my lanes win like they did game 1 and kind of game 2 as well, like game just ends instantly. It's just the way it is.
Imagine we could see BMTS versus Dark Mid.
Dude, it's a possibility.
What a match.
And
Oh my
BMTS only
lord.
plays one rank below, so
Yeah, BMTS could powered up.
Okay, let's move on to ER versus Skater. That way we can keep things going along.
The suspicious off account just couldn't pull through.
I didn't think he's that. When we scrimmed Erok over the weekend, and did not think he was that good. I don't see what the whole thing is about this guy. He's
Skater-
really good out of lane, but his laning is awful.
Skater,
Why
how'd
did
you
he
feel
pick
about him?
Rick- What?
I just checked their draft and they literally picked the same order like every game.
Yeah,
Like, every
they-
game, it was like support
Yeah.
off lane, support carry mid. Like every game. So I just
Erok
like
needs his matchup, man.
yeah.
Boy's a beast.
I don't. You just picked mid Ricky, and then
Ricky
got curb stomped.
Ricky without knowing his matchup. I don't know. That's rough.
That was very confusing.
And then what did he pick game 2?
Picked Void Spirit.
Void
I don't even
Spirit
think
and
mid Ricky's
awesome.
that bad against Razor. Like you have so many ways to break Link if you're like playing in the correct place in the lane. I don't know.
I
I
don't
feel
think
like,
he
I feel like the
You-
Razor can just abuse creep aggro, right? And then just make it so that
yeah, it felt like he didn't play the matchup. He just didn't know it. So he just every time just lost all of his damage.
Honestly, as weird as it sounds, I feel like you should play up on the Razor in that matchup because then if you're playing like past your creep wave, you can blink back.
Yeah, you can blink back. Yeah, and honestly, Ricky has like legitimate like high damage at like level 1, 2, and 3.
Even if you're gonna lose the lane, you can just like bulk creeps in between the tower at level 1, 2, and it gives you a good time to get level
I mean,
2.
I've been like watching these watching like the ESL tournament. Every like Orange's high MOR pubs. Every time I see someone has a bad matchup, they literally cut the wave at like minute 1. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Like I feel like Ricky could have just pulled the wave because Ricky has like high armor and decent base regen. He could have just pulled the wave and like tanked with a salve under tower, right?
Yeah, so you don't even need a salve, just a tango running as Ricky is enough.
If he knew enough to do that though, he probably wouldn't have picked Ricky mid.
That's fair. Also, like if you know, like he picked Void Spirit mid, and like don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Void Spirit, but like Ember is one of like the most annoying heroes to play against as Void Spirit because like unless you land your Q and your E, you don't have enough magic damage to break Flame Guard. And
Even with both of them, and once he's like level 5 on Ember, even with both, it doesn't pop it.
yeah, it's
I
that
mean,
it's
they
a rough
picked-
lane.
They picked Void Spirit before they picked Ember. So
Right. So like he picks Void Spirit, and then Skater could just be like, oh, I can just pick Ember, and this is like the
Yeah.
freest Ember game, right? Like
They
what
banned
are they
TA.
gonna do against Ember?
They banned TA, which I feel like Void Spirit actually matches up pretty well against TA in a lot of cases.
I think that is like I don't know. You can say this for like every TM matchup. I think it's like player dependent because Sideblades goes through the shield since it's pure damage. I've definitely got dicked on really hard in that lane before, but I've also like done better than I thought I should in that lane as well.
You can like pull her into the wave and stuff, with your Q, and she'll like lose all her fraction charges.
Yeah, you can fight her. I found that with Void Spirit, like all of the like quote unquote counters, you can fight them like really well, like level 1 and 2, because you can pull them in her creep wave, and you also do like pretty good base damage at level 1. It's definitely playable. I don't know. I think the Ember ban would have been way better.
I think Ember's the worst of the matchups for Void
I literally called it. Like I remember Sick Boy playing that matchup versus Doka, and he would like Sick Boy was pretty good at Void Spirit, and he said it was just unplayable.
Yeah, it's really rough, honestly.
Especially if the Ember like understands the matchup and just it takes a very high game knowledge to just max D and press it. But
yeah, I was talking to Skater before the series, and I was like, yeah, they're gonna pick Void Spirit one of these games if you don't ban it. And he was like, oh, I'll just counter it, and then he did.
I mean, it's a very hard Void Spirit game. Like Night Stalker, Ember, Jakiro is good versus him. Like
it says, yeah, that's a really rough game. Also, your Razor fucking destroyed that game.
Yeah, I think I literally said that. I was like, I guess Skater's just scarred in that matchup now.
Yeah.
After Goaty just ran train on him.
Yeah. Oh, the Gotney Razor, terrifying.
All right.
It's an unplayable lane.
But you see, big fella absorbed Gotney's skills. Now he knows how to do the Razor.
Yeah.
Takes high skill gameplay. Press W.
Mask of Madness. That Mask of Madness build is no joke.
I mean, I feel like Razor's one of those heroes that actually gets fucked up so much in RD2L because you just stick it on some bad player and they just like chase a guy down linking and never actually get any last hits.
Yeah,
and they're not even winning the lane.
All right, let's go. I gotta go eat before series. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, let's. Okay. Ice Yeti versus Offlane to Immortal.
This was the most surprising result, actually.
I think I cursed this one by thinking that Ice Yeti was going to win overall because
although
both times this happened.
I mean, Logical was the only one that called this. This was the least right series predicted last week.
I don't know, man. Alpaca told me that if he quit his job and played every day, he could get top 100 easily on the NA servers. So I don't know. It's surprising to me that he lost this series.
Also, they played against the Frenzy free agent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have very high opinions of I don't think it was a rigged free agent, but I do think Frenzy's a really good player.
I think he just knows how to abuse these matchups. They first phased this Midas Ag sniper once again, and he just picked Quap, and they have so many ways. Yeah, it's
just such a beta Quap build though. Yule's BKB Lincolns.
What the heck?
He'd been trying out the Mask of Madness Quap build. He said it wasn't working though.
Windmill, the new thing.
You blink in and you mask, because if you know the blink and mask have like, by the time your mom's done, your blink is gonna be up again.
Blade Mail's
I'm sure Blade Mail's actually legitimately, I think, broken on intelligence. Even like certain agility here, like 2,000 gold, it gives you 38 damage, 10 intelligence, which is part of that damage, and like 5 armor.
28 damage.
It's 28, but
was
it's
it 28?
38.
Oh, I thought it's
38.
38. No, it's 38 total damage for int heroes, right? Because you have 28 damage plus 10 intelligence. That's what I meant. And then, like, I don't know. I think you buy it for the stats, and then having the active is just kind of like a nice benefit.
Yeah. It also, like, there's some matchups that you just rape if you have Blade Mail too. It's just like no.
What did I tell? I said, or Matt pinged me asking what happened in the series, and I said, well, Alpaca just abused him being the best player by a wide margin in these games, and then he could not do that in this series.
Yeah.
How did he lose his lane versus Wraith King? What?
Probably just total network, right?
Which game, 1 or 2?
The game 1, it says he was a Timbersaw versus Wraith King and lost the lane. The Wraith King had a 15-minute radiance.
Wraith King does not just the jungle.
Well, they both died 3 minutes in, so they did a little more than lose that lane.
He might have like Dove Tower or something and took a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, is Alpaca being the higher player in that matchup? I don't think. Like, if you lose that lane,
it's a really hard lane for Timber early versus Jakiro and a stun. It's a lot of
Yeah.
damage, especially if they're smart, which they might have been. You just fucking click the timber with dual breath and stun.
Yeah.
If he skilled it, I don't know if he skilled it. Let me check.
Yeah, it looks
He
like
did not skill it. You just click him anyways with the aura, like.
it looks like
I
Caliber
don't-
just got his levels and then just boosted up a lot. Because if you look at his net worth at 12 minutes, it was 5,500 compared to the 4,600 of a P.A.K.A. If you go into lanes on Dota buff.
Yeah, it's just Wraith King. Like you can't hard counter Wraith King most of the time. He just jungles.
You have to pick heroes that follow him into the jungle.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
What
move on.
about this? Can I ask quickly? Do you think
Yeah.
Stock Warden ban is good
It's
versus Frenzy?
Yeah, it is.
Frenzy.
I've been talking to Frenzy a lot about Arc Warden recently, and he's figured out the tech. Like he's been playing it a lot, and he has a build down that I'm pretty sure he could play against any matchup and
Listen,
destroy with an RD2L.
Skater, it's RD2L. A, it's RD2L. B, he's master tier Arc Warden.
I don't know. I
Why
feel like
would
if
you not ban it? Like
I
you're
feel
just
like if you first phase Arc Warden, you're gonna just get
dude,
countered.
every time he's first picked it in RD2L, he still
He will-
curbs
he will
because
win,
people
yeah.
don't know how to play versus the hero.
Yeah, and unless I think unless you're playing against like an immortal mid player as well as Arc Warden, you can first phase it.
That
Against
hero is
anyone.
like Ricky in RD2L.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't know how to
agree.
play against it. And
Exactly.
even though like I'm not afraid of Ricky, really as like a player, I'm banning it every game I see a Ricky player on the
Would you ban
Literally-
Arc Warden, Josh?
Yeah, I'd ban Arc Warden too. Like,
It abuses everyone who's worse than the Arc Warden player.
you know the reason? Like I'm not afraid of Arc laning against Arc Warden or like playing against Arc Warden, but I'm afraid
Arc
of my
Warden will
supports just
play your
dying
support.
50
Yeah.
fucking times. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna die in every lane. They're gonna walk into the Arc Warden illusion, die. I don't know. It's just, and then you just never get to play the game because everybody's dead all the time. That's what happened in game 1 against Eli of my series, where everybody was just dead all the time. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm like 12-2 on Pango, but I can't do anything because my team's dead all the time.
Yeah, any hero that can just slaughter your side lanes, even if it's like a bad lane, is a hero that you want to be wary of in RD2L. All right, moving on to round of 8 quarterfinals, Mao versus Captain Pepega.
I put the bracket in the sheet if anybody just wants a quick link to it.
Oh, nice.
What is it? Mao versus Captain Pepega? I mean, I already said it, but I think these teams are carbon copies of each other. They both have Ancient 5 mids that like to run around the map and make plays, and they have ricing carries. So it feels like whichever mid and offlane duo can get the most done on the map will probably take the game.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I think I'm going to go with Captain Pepega just because, I don't know, every time I've seen Mini Colt play or played with Mini Colt, he always just destroyed.
Who's the offlane for Pepega, actually?
It's Pepega.
It is Pepega. What MMR
He's
is he?
Divine. He's Divine,
Divine
too.
1. Or Divine... Oh.
I don't know. The website says
He's
Divine, too.
Fine, too.
Maybe. I don't know.
I have
The-
heard
the
that
whole-
I've heard that their MMRs are slightly boosted.
Yeah, I was going to say, all of them play with Mini Colt Smurf quite a bit.
Yeah, I think Mao's team takes like I think it's close.
I like Mao's team a little bit more.
Why is my name not fancy?
So you have to make it larger. I didn't.
Someone has to make it fancy for you. I made it bigger for you. Oh, very fancy.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Someone make it
Triggers
comic.
destroying
Someone make it
everything.
Comic Sans.
we got word
I
art.
was about to say that.
Everybody got word art. Put some
All
word
right,
art.
let me download the sheet before it gets ruined, just in case.
Is there really much else to say about this matchup?
Who knows what's to say?
I mean, this one's
Like, it's
tonight
such a
as well,
top-
right?
Like, it's such a toss-up. Yeah, like
The first
it's
two ones are
really hard to
tonight.
know. I'm sure either team could win this off of watching him play. Like, I think if Senegod has a good if Senegod's just feeling himself tonight, he's gonna they'll win, right? But same for Mini Colt team. I don't know. It's very hard to predict.
Yeah, I don't know. This is dead even.
Yeah.
I think this is like the most 50-50 series I've seen.
All right. Anyone else have anything to say on Mal vs Captain Pega? Pretty straightforward. All
I
right.
don't really know any of
We
those.
talked about a decent amount already.
Target versus Matt. I I think Target's team is objectively better, but the amount of arrogant shit talk that Target does in all the discords makes me
Yeah,
really
I
want
mean,
him to lose.
Like Sasquatch is like one of my really good friends, and I've known him for forever. But my hatred for Target far exceeds my want.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like any captain that has like a decent team goes around joining Discord specifically to say, "Hey, look how good we are." Like karma will make them lose. Right?
He's also predicted my team to lose in literally every single matchup that I've played. He's like, "Oh, looks like this week Dark's gonna have it in for him." Like, oh, well,
yeah,
this guy's gonna get crushed.
Yeah, I think you guys are just
He also
picking
tried to
for
get
them to lose because you want them to lose.
He also,
Yeah.
he
Also,
also tried to get my team disqualified. Both seasons I won, he tried to get my team disqualified.
I don't know. I think Sasquatch is probably one of the best players other than Dark left in like the overall player pool, but like,
Isn't he literally like the best safe lane player left?
oh yeah.
No,
I
I
would.
would. I mean,
There's-
Isn't
I
he better
think
than Mini
Mini
Colt?
Colt and Sonic are probably better at carry than Sasquatch, but
No.
they're not. But they're not.
What?
They might be better mechanically skilled at carry, but Sasquatch is just as a Dota player as a whole. It's like by far.
Yeah,
the
they're carry spammers. I mean, like,
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Dark?
I guess I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I'd still favor Sasquatch over them in every matchup.
Yeah. Sasquatch also isn't going like he's less likely to lose his lane because he has a higher R5.
Yeah.
He's got, like, a
Sasquatch literally
5-5.
has a immortal position 5.
Well, okay. Well, let's be light on the immortal. He lost it again.
Oh. Divine 5, position 5. That's pretty good.
I believe in Matt too. I've been picking him heroes he hasn't played in 6 years in offlane for mini, and he just destroys. So I believe
think-
that he'll win this game.
Got my
They
boy
do-
BMTS too. Yeah.
Sasquatch might struggle in this lane a little bit with Tooth God just playing Tide Hunter or something and farming in his face. Like this 5 isn't gonna harass him out correctly.
I don't know. I told Matt I'd predict against him to give him power, so even though I had the most predictions right last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Taking one for
Yeah,
the
you
team.
lost the throne.
I'll say Matt wins.
Or
He
5
doesn't.
and
He
2.
hasn't had me overall yet.
All right. Now Jimmy versus Dark.
Jimmy's muted and deafened right now.
I think he's in a game.
I'm sure Jimmy will just
Yeah,
say
he's-
1-1 anyways, so
Yes. He will.
Are you gonna
Leave
dumpster?
them
Is the question is Dark gonna dumpster Mike hard enough that he can run around the map and win the side lanes?
The problem with that is, even though Dark is omega capable of that, I don't pick Mike heroes to let that happen very often.
So you
I mean,
think
that's
Mike
I
is
would
gonna
call
neutralize Dark?
DP one of those kinds of
Yeah,
heroes.
Death Prophet.
I mean, I
DP
think
had 0 CS in
Yeah.
4 minutes against
Look-
Dark.
Look
Tint
at
also
look
played
at
it by-
what Mike's played against this season though. Mike's played DP. I picked him DK. I picked him Kunkka. I picked him Magnus. This is shit that just leaves.
That's what Death Prophet does, and it was demolished.
I mean,
Well,
it's also a lot
Mike
a
is way
different
better.
player to be fair.
Wait, Tint played mid against me too on DP.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I played DP, and I think I missed every single range treat with my Q. It was impressive.
So
I think it'll be
we'll
a good
see.
series either way.
Yeah, this
Let's
will
go
be
on
an
3
interesting one.
games.
I think I mean if objectively, I think Jimmy's side lanes are a lot stronger. But I don't know. I think
to be honest, if I don't like absolutely demolish mid and like take over the game, we're gonna lose.
yeah.
I bet you in like no matter what, like 3 games there'll be 6 lanes, 1 for us and 3 for them. They'll win mid 3 times and win both side lanes. Like
I don't know.
Probably it's gonna
Space Dude might draw or win a lane here or there.
well, he's got to ban these boring Mike heroes. We're gonna have
Oh,
underworld
you
duty.
can't sleep on the clap on Space Dude lane.
That's a powerful lane.
Space Dude is gonna own. I
I'm
know
gonna
it.
leave Jorv solo. He's just gonna own.
Game's gonna go. Dark's gonna do well in the first 15 minutes. He's gonna slay. It's gonna go even for a second, and then Space Dude is gonna unleash his full power at the 25-minute mark. Mark my words.
Words mark.
I mean, I can't
I'll
predict
write it
against.
down.
I can't predict my own series.
All right.
This is probably the hardest series. Like out of like all 6 other opponents left, this is the team I'm most worried about. Just because Dark is so much better.
All
It's
right.
an image.
Oh god.
Get out of here. All right. Anything else on Dark versus Jimmy? I think it'll be the most interesting one to watch for sure.
What
And
day
then
is
lastly-
that?
I think we're playing on Tuesday next week, by the way.
Okay.
All right, cool. We'll definitely we're gonna flame cast the shit out of that game, I'm sure.
Hopefully we don't have 20 people in the channel this time.
All right.
We'll
last
have,
but
like,
not
5.
least, we have Skater versus Offlane to Immortal, the Frenzy team.
I think Skater's got it.
I don't know what to say. I think it's
Nice date.
The hubris.
God
Let me
damn it.
change it to where you can't put it in.
Remember the
as dates.
Does anybody remember the hubris? The hubris game? That's like a classic fucking meme for sure.
All right, Sev has 43,000
What the
is.
fuck?
What just happened? I had a
That's right,
date.
typed
He
1
had
and
43,000.
I changed it to where it was just text because I tried doing it earlier and the
Somebody
dates were
wrote
right.
my prediction for me.
I'm
Wasn't
betting
me.
I'm betting a 2-1 off of the fact that Skater's team gets Tidehunter. If Skater's team gets Tidehunter, I think they'll win because that guy just every time I watch him play Tidehunter, he played ridiculously.
So
hard.
who else is on this offlane to Immortal team? Like I don't
There's
actually.
Frenzy.
They've got like
Frenzy, Caliber, and was it Nojit, which is like the Montana associate, and that Grand Moff Tarkin. He's like really good for 2K, but he's still like 2K.
Mothman
Doesn't
owns.
Skater just? I'm sure Skater beats Target in these games, or maybe it's even. I don't know. I haven't.
Because he's against Frenzy, not.
I'm against Frenzy mid.
Yeah, oh, sorry,
Should be
Frenzy,
interesting.
and I'm sure Skater beats Frenzy, but I haven't like seen Frenzy play in a very long time, so I don't know if he's changed, or gotten better, or like what's happened. But
I don't know. I can't. I'm an Arc spammer myself, so I don't know if I lose my honor or if I ban Arc again.
yeah, maybe Skater loses one game
Nah,
because he doesn't
just-
ban Arc Warden.
I can't
Just
ban
ban it.
Arc against him. That's saying he's the better Arc player.
I've banned Dark Willow plenty of times this season. Just ban it.
I mean, I would ban Arc Warden. Just
But you're not
because
an Arc
there-
Warden spammer.
There's like a thing I live by where even though you're like not afraid of a hero, if it's somebody's best hero like by far, you should just ban it so they're playing a hero that they're worst at. Especially in like
Yeah.
RD2L.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have an Arc Warden
What's the-
spammer here.
What's the point what's the point in like letting them play the hero that they're most comfortable on?
Sev, would you ban Arc Warden against Frenzy?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, that's another Arc Warden spammer saying he would. So I mean, I guess we'll see whether Skater does or not. I'm sure if he doesn't, he'll definitely have a plan behind it.
Like, don't get me wrong. I've played Arc Warden enough to know what counters it, but I echo Dark sentiment, wherein like he picks Arc Warden, I could destroy him in lane with some like Broodmother shit or like
Yeah.
I don't know, like some counter to Arc. He goes, he farms jungle, and then he kills my supports over and over. He kills my offlaner. He catches. I don't know, like Arc Warden, like any hero that has the cheese, like Arc Warden, I legitimately believe has the highest kill potential of any hero at level 6. At level 6, if you are like on your own, you are going to die to Arc Warden unless you have a lot of health and you can hit your TP button quick enough. Like,
Are we
it's
still talking
really-
like first pick Arc Warden?
I mean, I have no idea when he would pick it, but I would probably just get rid of it to be safe. I don't know if I'd ban it like first phase.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But,
Because he's on his team before his team got eliminated. They were first picking it and winning it. But
I mean, well, okay. If I looked at his games and I saw that he would first pick it if I didn't first phase ban it, then I would first phase ban it, right?
yeah,
Like if someone is comfortable enough to play a hero first phase, like a core that is counterable first phase, I would just get rid of it.
All right. Well, we'll see what they'll decide to do. What day is your series? Is it Tuesday as well?
right now my safe lane player is having his computer is literally just crashed. So we planned for Monday, but might be petitioning admins to change it.
All right. Do we have any closing thoughts? Anything? Just moving forward. Series are in 10 minutes.
Who's gonna win?
Who's the highest MMR team left?
Definitely
I
not
don't actually
mine.
know.
It's Target's team is really top heavy. It's either them or me and Jimmy.
I thought Mal's team was decently
Mine's
high.
the lowest, right? There's no team lower than mine.
Skaters actually is pretty.
Now, I mean, Mal's team's higher than mine. I'm not talking like
no. I
sandbag
mean,
value.
Skater compared to like as lowest to Dark.
Oh yeah, mine's pretty low. Mal's team is 2 Legend 5s plus 2 Divines and a Immortal. It seems pretty good.
I have a Legend 2, a Legend 5, an Ancient 2, and a Divine. No, he's not even Divine. He dropped back to Ancient. So I have 2 Ancients and 2 Legends, and then me.
That's gamer.
It's my team.
Yeah, if we're talking value, I think Target's team probably the highest overall value if we assume this nonsense guy is not Crusader and is actually like Legend.
We're talking value. I got some value fucking Legend players.
Yeah, if we're talking value, I guess it changes everything regardless.
Yeah, I mean value is
Subjective.
These are like, these are the top 8 subjective best.
If we're talking MMR, I think Mal's team is probably the highest though.
What was his team again?
There's a Legend 5, 2 like Divine 3s, and an Immortal player.
And Target has what, Divine 5, top 500 or whatever Sasquatch is. Divine
Sasquatch?
1. What is Sasquatch MMR right now?
It's like, I think he was like rank 1000. I think he
He's
higher.
rank 400 now, I think.
Is he?
443.
He's rank 443.
He hasn't played on his main in a very long time.
Yeah, he got his.
What are we talking about?
All right, I gotta head out.
He doesn't play on his main ever.
Alright, we'll just.
Yeah, I don't even know what his rank is, to be honest.
I don't think he has one.
All right, we're just doing some closing thoughts. Anything else before end the stream?
Not really. What team are we casting?
All right. Well, good luck to the 4 teams tonight, and we'll be back
Can't wait
next
to
week
see
for
the
the
games.
semifinals.
You want to watch Sonic God? Yeah, me and Meister are watching it. Dark.
Does anybody want to cast the Matt?
Sure, most people are
Target?
watching the other game.
I'd
Yeah, I'm
rather
casting
watch
it.
the other game. Okay, you're gonna stream, Treebird?